a couple of the clubhouses I was in recently, it seems that among the owners, some of them are not that thrilled that Steve Cohen has really run his payroll well beyond where anyone expected. I think it's $364 million by our count right now. Would have been $390 million had Carlos Correa deal gone through. And, obviously now we have an economic reform system. I'm not sure if that was inspired by Cohen or Cohen triggered that at all, but I want you to clear that up a little bit.
What Steve spent in the offseason was completely consistent with all of our rules. He perfectly had every right to spend those dollars. There are actually real benefits for the game associated with that spending. I mean, it does energize the Met fan base, and obviously important to have energized fans in a very big market like New York. So that's a good thing. The downside is spending at that level, particularly at a level that kind of steps away from everybody else, emphasizes a problem that baseball, since I started in 1987, has grappled with, and that is that the disparity in the revenues that are generated in our markets produces a challenge in terms of competitive balance.
I know you guys got the rule in there. There was a Steve Cohen tax, 90%. It's going to go to 110%. At least that's what we call the Steve Cohen.
You called it that. I didn't call it.
Are you surprised that he's so willing to lose money? I believe, and I have heard that he's losing more than $200 million in a year. I mean, even though he's worth a lot of money, is that surprising to you at all? Did you think that could happen?
I think losing a lot of money, what you and I think of as a lot of money, is all relative to how much money you have already. And I do think that, honestly, to his credit, and I mean this, Steve wants to win. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's a really good thing. I mean, all our owners want to win, but he wants to win. So that's a good thing. And surprised, not surprised. I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
I think it is all relative. I think Steve Cohen would spend $200 million on positive PR, and he's hardly getting more positive PR out of anything than owning the Mets.